In this ContiConnect Web Portal walkthrough, I'm going to be showing you how to create a live vehicle. Once you've logged into ContiConnect, your screen should look like this. Let's assume that this is your first time in the ContiConnect portal, so you won't see any vehicles listed in this vehicle list tab just yet. And to get started, we'll want to click on this orange Create button in the top right, and we'll select a vehicle from that dropdown. We can click Confirm on the vehicle creation pop-up window, and that will get us into step number 1. In this first step, you'll need to enter all information that's marked with an asterisk. This indicates it's necessary for the system to have for the vehicle that you're creating. You'll also need to input some type of vehicle identifying information like the license plate, the customer vehicle ID, or the VIN number, and if you choose to enter a license plate, you'll need to select your country as well. But let's get started, and we'll enter a license plate number, and we'll choose USA for our country, which we'll just type in. Then we'll move on to the required information. So we're going to check that the fleet and depot are correct. The vehicle status is set to active. For vehicle group, we'll choose commercial vehicle because for vehicle type, we're programming a tractor or truck. Now we have a long list of different manufacturers which you can also type in here to find, but I'll just go ahead and select one. If you can't find your vehicle manufacturer, you can send a request to ContiConnect technical support, or you can reach out directly to your sales representative. Now in the meantime, you can also just select generic until we get the proper manufacturer added to the platform. Next, we'll select the product type. Now we've just installed hardware for a live vehicle, so that's what we'll want to select here. If you're setting up the driver app, you'll need a device authentication code supplied by ContiConnect technical support. You'll also need to skip the axle configuration that we'll see in step 2. If you select in-cabin or trailer unit, you'll need to input the serial number found on your in-cabin or your trailer unit hardware. Now, if you've already programmed your sensors with the handheld tool, you can use this orange Upload Handheld Tool File button as you create your vehicle. Whatever axle configuration you select here must match the axle configuration that's used on the handheld tool when you're programming your sensors, but that should default if you've already programmed with the handheld tool. If you haven't programmed your sensors yet, you can ignore this button and you can go manually set the axle configuration. Now I've selected 2 axles and we'll just choose a simple 2-axle 6-tire position setup and then click Next. If you uploaded a handheld tool file in that previous screen, you'd already see sensor IDs listed here for each different wheel position. Since we haven't done that, we're not going to see any information, but if you have your sensor IDs handy and you know which position they're installed in on your vehicle, you can also manually enter them here if you like. Now we'll go ahead and choose our target cold tire inflation pressures for each different axle, and once we've done that, we'll hit Create Vehicle. Now we can see we've successfully created a vehicle, and we can either choose View Vehicle Details to see a screen of the vehicle that we just set up, or we can click OK to see it shown back in the vehicle list that we saw at the beginning of this video. We'll click on View Vehicle Details for right now, and there we are. After you've created the vehicle, you'll see waiting for data on this screen until the sensors are able to push their data to the portal. Usually takes a good 10 or so minutes for this to happen. From this screen, you can click on My Fleet to go back to that first page that we had at the start of this video, and you should see your vehicle has now been created and is active in the ContiConnect portal. You can also click on this plus sign next to the vehicle you've just created, and that'll open a drop down to show you all relevant tire data for that vehicle.